Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, people. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, Connecting the Dots family. We welcome you to another episode, another program of Connecting the Dots. Take your seats, people, and welcome aboard the CTD train, Connecting the Dots. Fasten your seatbelts, and let's go. Let's spread love and have a good time. I'm getting some instructions there, but let's see what happens. We're going to have fun today. It's that time again. It's our time. We have 90 minutes, and we're going to make the most out of it, right? I'm not even saying today is the last day of May, the first day of June, in fact. It is the first day of June. I'm not even saying that here. But I said it, man. Hold your brakes a while, June, in fact. So let me call Nigel for you. Nigel?
Hey.
How you doing, Nigel?
I'm good.
Nice.
What's going on? What's happening?
Fine,
What's happening?
I'm okay, you know, Nigel. You know.
You okay?
Yeah, man. I cool, you know.
You cool? You have your energy?
Papa.
You good? You have your energy? Drink.
I have a little laddie white there, man. I have a little laddie white still there. Yeah.
You drink your kakoti? You good?
Man, a little whap up this morning.
Right.
And a big guava, Nigel. A big guava. Big green
Okay, you have to
guava.
continue because I don't have that.
You ain't got that? You serious? Wow.
Unfortunately, I don't.
Okay, so
Well, I have
I'm
the
doing...
kakoti for sure. But the guava, no, I don't have the guava.
Okay.
I don't have what else.
You know the big guavas and the sweet, whether they're green or not, very, very sweet.
Oh, I know those.
Like
Yes,
you slice
yes.
it, you know, you slice it nicely.
Yes, it's green, but it's so red and
Yes,
nice inside.
yeah,
Sweet.
right,
Yes.
that's it. So yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
man.
yes.
Yeah, so I had
you give me a
this.
go. You trying to give me a go? Well, no.
Nah, man, because I will stop now and I'll tell you about the fortune and the other thing. So let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. 10.
Leave that alone because I don't have it.
Yes, Nigel. But Nigel, please tell June, right? It's June. That's her name. June. The
What to
month.
tell her?
She must take a stand against this injustice. I mean, to be told that you are opening the hurricane season is a slap in the face for any month, Nigel. Don't you agree?
I think so. I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to agree with you.
Oh, yeah,
because,
I mean, come on. Especially with the
Yes,
forecast for
yes.
this year.
yeah, I mean, June could have taken a little break for now, you know? Yes, but to welcome us like that is not the best of things.
I know. Nigel, you heard the story, man. This season is likely to be much worse than last year. With, I think, about 20 to 25 name storms.
Yes. If at least 13 of those expected to be some high category ones, and 5 to 6 will be major categories.
I tell you, I did not.
I don't know, man.
I'm getting some distortion. I'm not sure if another mic is open. And
You're good. You're good for now. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. I'm hearing some voices.
Yes. I don't know what's happening with Joan, but could have taken a break. You know.
I know. Come on.
Could have come in a little slowly.
Yeah, we have a little Fifi Nelapoli outside, and I remember several years when June 1 comes around, we'd have just a lot of rain. You know, it's like a premonition because so much rain would have on June 1.
So remember this other thing saying June too soon, July stand by,
August in Must,
September remember, October all over.
Yeah.
Well, it's not October all over but you know. I don't think June is too soon either.
Boy, Nigel, June just come be honest. Today's the 1st of June, man, Nigel.
Today is the first, you know.
Wow.
Today is the 1st of June.
Yeah.
Today, so we've started, you know. Yeah. The hurricane season has officially started. So, yes, we call for preparation and prayer.
Yeah, preparation and prayer, that's it. And, Nigel, we are hearing of extreme weather temperatures, you know, around the world. And, you know, in terms of the Commonwealth, we have to shine. So we try to outdo other countries. But I'm not sure if this is for our own good. I'm not sure if we're extra hot because of... Oh, boy, Nigel.
Is that a chalet?
Yeah, boy, that chalet show we have. The Nigel, for the past few months, it's only getting worse. Seriously, it's only getting worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's been hot up here as well. I'm not going to say no, it's been pretty hot. I mean... Sometimes I go outside for a few and I'm like, okay, back into the AC. I mean, I know it's not the best, you know. I mean, over the weekend, Went to the beach and, went to the zoo and stuff with the kids and whatnot and the rest of the family for Memorial Weekend. And listen, it was hot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
It is really, really hot. This is an unprecedented heat, Nigel, and it is really a stark reminder that climate change is real as well.
Oh, yes. For those who don't think about climate change is real, well, here's your answer, Yes.
Yeah. So we have a double
whammy. In the news?
In the news, well, we had quite a few stories this week. Archbishop Kelvin
youngster,
Felix.
Good morning to you, youngster.
I'm sure you heard of the death of Archbishop Kelvin Felix. Who passed.
Yes. I did. Served the Dominica, the region, and the rest of the world very well.
Definitely.
Yes.
He died in
Felix,
St. Lucia.
definitely
Yes, he died in St. Lucia.
Made his contribution.
Oh, yes. Sterling contribution, I must add.
Oh, yes. Okay, definitely so.
Yes, Nigel. So we have a guest. Yes, no, we'll go on with our guest. Say that again?
Yes. We go on with the guest, of course, in international news. We heard of our former president and what may or may not happen.
Yes. That's big news there, we?
That is big news.
34,
that's history in the make plus.
Wow.
First ever,
Wow.
Yeah.
34 counts? Guilty and all?
34 counts and found guilty and all 34. And now awaiting the sentence to see what it may or may not be. So we'll find out, you know?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. Why this one telling me he didn't? What if we on this morning?
By the way, Nigel, he didn't. Which one? The troublemaker.
If we on, he didn't get nothing. If we on,
okay.
I'm not calling his name though.
Okay, not to call his name because next time you call his name, then you'll call his school. So let's leave that alone there. Let's just. Nigel, it's a hot man still. Oh, the AC not on. But Nigel, we are seeing as well, and hearing that a lot of Caribbean islands are in a water crisis. And the way things are going, it looks like water scarcity may become the new norm. So that is something as well that countries have to look at closely.
I'm trying to remember who said that, but at some point I know it was said some year, that at some point water might become the new oil.
Yes, I remember that line.
And I hope we are well positioned for that when it happens.
Nigel. And
I know there's been various reasons why we're not able to export bulk water and all the rest. I know the manager of the Wasco has his, reasons why and everything else. But we have to try to begin to put things in place.
Well, Nigel, we have to. We not try to. No, we just have to.
Yes.
Because this will also exacerbate global food scarcity. So that is already a challenge that we have. So there are water restrictions in several countries. Just recently, I think I was reading news. St. Lucia declared a water emergency amid critical shortage. So this is serious business,
Yes.
So I guess
when you have countries like that doing that, what's happening,
So we have to look at things like what, Nigel? Sustainable water management.
Well, yes, sustainable water management. We
awareness
have to look at
and education.
Our deforestation. Make sure we're protecting those reserves and looking at the underground sources and and so the little things that we probably used to do and take it for granted, we have to begin to pay more attention to those things. Water conservation and all the rest of it.
We have the science.
Luckily, the nature so far is still blessed.
Yes, luckily.
And we hope that we don't end up in that crisis and that we're able to help others who are in the crisis. So we got to do something.
Well, with climate change and, all the challenges that it brings, it's just easy for a country which boasts of having so many rivers to realize.
And I guess as we begin to clear much more land for buildings and everything else, we have to be mindful of replanting.
I tell you.
And preservation of certain areas.
Yes.
Yes.
Nigel, what is the book saying? Who's on? Let's see who's on.
So the book is, let's see what's happening in the book here. RJ wants to say blessings and all, love alone, cause Fumin Prevo. There's a lot of love this morning there. Love alone. Yes. Love alone. Maslin Edwards. Oh, good morning to you, Maslin. Yes, I know next week.
We have to finalize with Maslin as to how we do this for next week.
Getting ready for June 8th. We'll finalize with you. Somebody say Maslin, you're not taking no jail, more like home arrest. So I guess that's for our partner there. There's my neighbor, and good morning to you as always. Leon Joseph, Winnie Green was on very early as always. Glenda Schillenford, good morning to you.
My favorite Vado, we have to say hello to
Vado, good morning.
Yes.
Shows Joe. Alicia Griffith, good morning, my dear. It's been a while. She agreed with you with June must relax for a little bit.
I know, man. Who does that?
Edwina London, all the way from Houston. Good morning to you as well. And of course, Nora and Joseph are seatbelt well fastened. She ready to go. Albert Greenaway, good morning to you. Greetings, fam. I can't call Mike Drigo because Mike Drigo
love alone.
Love alone, I can't call him. Hey, good morning to you, Carol. Good morning to you, Ellis. Good morning to the rest of the fam, logged on as well. It's always nice to have you guys. Bella Vortex. I don't see him yet. He asked me to put on, tell him yes, but I don't see him yet.
Okay.
Him, log on here, him.
Yeah, log on yourself. Him. Yes.
By the way, I hope Atlanta Carnival was good. Maybe him can tell us.
I
certainly hope Atlanta Carnival
I looked at some videos, Nigel. It was good. Yes. From what I can say, from what I saw.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
I missed this year. So I know that Asa did a wonderful job.
And the recognition, as well.
Yes, beautiful recognition for Asa again. I know he's up for the St. Kitts Music Festival next month. Yes, so Asa is doing good things, man.
Very busy.
Proud of you.
Yeah, he just became a brand ambassador. So there's a lot happening with Asa, and that's good. And hats off to the organizers of the Atlanta Carnival, Nigel. I mean,
yes,
a lot of Dominicans in this, and you could just see it. I mean, the spectacle.
It was so good. And of course,
excitement.
The NBD had their meeting over there in Texas. They had their meeting here in Miami. Got to meet them and chit-chat with them for a few.
Nice.
They give us a little bit of goodies and all what they offer. So thanks to NBD as well.
Good. That's great.
Yes. So they booked there.
Nice. That's really good. By the way, Nigel, Bagatelle is having Pork Fest today and tomorrow. So let's wish them well as well. Blows on pork, for the pork lovers.
Blows on. I know that's the thing.
So Nigel, well, look at the time already. Let's go to the Dominica corner quick,
Yes.
My turn, man, again.
Your turn again.
Okay, Nigel, go. I'll give you in June. For the month of June is your turn. Go ahead.
For the month of June.
Yes. We'll be under some fire there.
What can I come up with for Dominica Corner this morning?
Make it easy peasy lemon squeeze. You're ready, man, Nigel. I'm
not ready there.
What?
What? I'm not ready. You go.
Let me rock my brain, boy, Nigel.
Let me see. What can I come up with Dominica Corner?
I mean, we have done so many things already.
We've done so many things, but let me get a quick thing there. All right, but we did that already. We did parishes already.
We did parishes, we did parables, Powerball, and all those things.
We did villages, we did
all the villages, all the letters already of the alphabet. But we have done a lot. Nigel,
we've done a lot.
You remember the West Indian reader? You see,
yes, it's an orange book.
Very interesting little stories in it, and and the Student's Companion, of course. Well, we have done all this already. Talking about the rest of the reader, the Student's Companion.
Yes. What we can do for Dominica Corner? Quick Dominica Corner. We've done streets already.
But there's so much. We have done.
Yes.
We have done a lot.
What can we do on the Dominica?
Just give me a quick message, there, Nigel. Something to represent the DC, the Dominica Corner.
I just tell you something easy. You give me something hard. Message quick.
Okay,
message quick. You go. Continue. I stop. True.
Anyway, it's all fun. So we welcome you, Nigel. We're gonna pray and we bring in another guest. You have the prayer close, right?
Yes.
So let's pray and bring on the guest.
So we do that, and then we, definitely so. So let's go for a prayer as always. Heavenly Father, Creator of mankind and the universe, we thank Thee for the gift of life today and all the blessings You continue to bestow on Your children. We seek Your presence and intervention throughout this program. We ask that You keep us connected always. We also pray for the success of the program, its coordinators and listeners, that they may find purpose and enjoy what we share. Bless our radio station and the nation, and may we grow to love and unite with each other, irrespective of our differences. All this we ask in Your name, now and forever. Amen.
Nice.
And amen.
Amen. Yes.
Yes.
So we bring on our guests. Nigel, I'm going to
give you the honors. We bring on our guests.
And yeah.
How do we bring on our guests?
Let me say hello to Miss Allport as we bring on our guest. I think you mentioned her earlier on that she's on, and she came to me, Nigel, with a book. In fact, we met her at a funeral. Can you imagine this? We met at a funeral and she had a book and she gave me that book, and then from that, we just started to make things roll, and we shifted the date when Michael would have been on, but we are on today, and I know we are going to have fun. We are going to have fun.
Yes. We are. And sometimes we have to rearrange, but we're definitely going to have fun.
Yes.
So we want to welcome Love Alone. We want to welcome Mr. Mike Drigo to Connecting the Dots. We're going to find out about his journey. And of course, we'll find out about his book, a poem, in a minute. Thank you, bro. I got the copies.
Oh, you have yours? I have mine too, Nigel.
Yes.
And I have mine long before you, eh? I have mine long before you. Right.
I know, Papa.
Okay.
Yes, you're ahead of me. But I have it.
Very long too.
I have mine.
Okay.
Nice. Right there. But yes,
Nigel, talking about you have mine, you have yours. There's a poem, Nigel. He has to read for us, eh? He has to read some of the poems. I'm just trying to find out. There's a poem, I think on page 53, Screaming for Juice. Nigel! Anyway.
Yes, I see that one there, yes.
Screaming for Juice.
Yes. Starting with my first, anyway. I see that one.
Yes. My push, my juice, my everything, releasing and
everything.
Anyway.
Yes, release.
Hey, Love Alone, how you doing?
Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I'm
kind of muffled though.
I'm using a different microphone. I'm using the computer microphone.
Oh, all right. Because we want to hear you as clear as we want to hear you clearly, because you have a lot of reading. You have talk.
I do.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
You have good talk there, yeah. So we want to hear all the talk.
Can you guys hear me properly? I do have to speak a little bit louder.
Okay, so speak a little louder. So yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So how you doing?
So good morning, everybody. I am fine. Tired, but fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's always a good thing, because when you're tired, it means it's because you have enough life and energy to do the things that you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, then it allows you to be tired and you recover and come back again. So, it's good sometimes,
It is.
How's your Saturday going before we get into the journey and everything else? How's your
Saturday going good. Normally on a Saturday morning at this time, I'm still sleeping because I have a 10-hour shift ahead of me.
Wow.
So normally on a Saturday morning at this time, I'm still sleeping.
All right.
But it's good to know that because I'm excited to be in your company, So.
What?
Wonderful. Yes, and Marcelin Edwards want to ask Marshall. He has so many names there,
Marshall, Michael, Love Alone.
She want to ask you why you're not going to be in New Jersey next Saturday with your book.
I can't.
At the expo.
I really can't.
But the book can be there.
I can't. I can get somebody to represent me, but I personally cannot be there because of work. I can't.
Okay.
I really can't. I can't go anywhere.
All right. So Marcelin, that's why he cannot be there at the expo next Saturday. But he can get his material, his books up there, and then you guys can connect and see how best that can work. But unfortunately, he cannot be there at the event. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
she can say good morning to her husband for me. James Edwards, that's my big brother. So
okay. Nice.
All
right.
Okay. I'm still not hearing you as loud as I would like to, but let's see
my
what
apologies.
happens.
I don't have a smaller jack for my mic. That's my problem.
Okay. All right. We'll work with it. So we'll just tell you when you should amplify your voice or something like that.
Okay.
But you're a DJ, so you know the vibes, man.
Yes, I do. And if I connected it to my system, then it would have distortion. That's why I didn't do that.
Okay. All right.
My tech support is kind of, have me, limbo. So
nice.
He's listening right now. So
yeah,
we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Yes.
By the way, he joined.
Oh, he joined.
Yes, he logged on. Yes. Good morning to him. He just logged on. He late.
Oh, he late. Detention.
Detention.
No excuse. Detention. By the way, I'm Rosalind Severin McLean. I think she's in London, but she told me that she'll be listening. So she sent me her report very early in the week to let me know.
Okay, so she's excused.
Her excuse, yes, she's excused.
Okay, she's
she's on.
Kofi James is also late, so
he's late.
Detention.
No more demerits. No,
yes.
In June,
Jokam,
it's just
you late.
Detention.
Yes. Look detention today. Jokam, you late.
Jokam, yes, detention. I mean, you have to be on as a guest, so you should be very
early. You cannot be late.
You have to be early
for the program, Jokam. You detention. Alvin Thomas, detention.
Yeah.
All you late.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Mike Drigo.
Who are you? Tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. And we like Beth, so we have to go way back.
Oh, way back. Okay, so I was born in St. Joseph.
Okay.
Many people know my mom and dad. My dad built the schools in St. Joe. My mom was a baker, and then she had a shop. So everybody knew her as Malizi. You know,
Mawa?
she was a Malizi.
Okay.
Lizzie.
Malizi.
Malizi.
Okay.
Malizi.
Elizabeth
Yeah, back.
Drigo Malizi.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
You probably know her, Nigel. I believe you know
Yes,
her.
yes, yes, yes.
Nigel,
That's what my
Nigel should
mom.
know.
Yeah. Grew up in St. Joe, went to school in St. Joe, and then I did agriculture. Then I worked with tree crops for many, many years. I worked with tree crops. When I hear you guys talking about water, the shortage of water a while ago, I was like, man, I remember back in the day when we used to do our inspections, you know, and everything. We used to have to monitor, you know, moisture and, you know, water and everything back then. And we used to go through the forest, right? Because it used to be prone land. So we knew a lot about water and we used to see the things that people were doing and farmers cutting trees and doing that stuff. And it was a big deal then, but people really used to pay heed to that. And now when I see all the rivers dry, like, you know, it's a history of people not paying attention and thinking that when they did things, it would not done anything in the future. But now we're seeing the impact of it. All right. So yeah, in Dominica is like it's a beautiful island. Naturally, you could put any seed anywhere it would grow because of the moisture and everything that's in Dominica. But people neglect that and they didn't want to listen. So here we have the results of it today. You know, but from that, then I moved to St. Martin in 1995. And my mom insisted that I travel because she wanted me to see something different. So she made me go away. I really didn't want to go anywhere. And then I came back, and then I became a bus driver, and a truck driver, and then I migrated in 2001 to New Jersey. That's when I met Jules Edwards, and that's when he became my brother. So that's why I mentioned him because with Jules, I gotta give him kudos every time because he pushed me a long way. You know, he opened a lot of doors for me. You know, so that's why I call him my brother. From there, I moved to Florida. Then I moved to Delaware, got married, and stayed in Delaware for a while, and then I moved to Texas. So I'm in Texas. I've been in Texas for a while, Florida for a bit, but back and forth, you know, Texas. But I love Texas, so that's why I'm in Texas.
Nice. So, Nigel, there are some blanks that we want to fill, right?
Oh, but
we want
plenty
him
blanks.
to fill.
I mean, it's a beautiful summary and, you know, nice put together general thing of what happened. But, you know, there are people who want to find out a little bit more as it relates to Mike Drigo and, you know, I mean, the school he attended in Dominica, what was it like growing up there and so on. So we're going to try and cover those as quickly as we can because, of course, we want to get through to your book as well, a poem in a minute. And so we want to do that. So in Senjo, did you go to what, the Senjo Primary School?
Yes.
Or yes?
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas Primary.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that like first? What was that like for you? Sorry.
It was great. It was really,
that was
really
secondary.
great. No, primary.
Oh,
primary.
yeah, Isaiah Thomas Primary. Okay.
Yeah, because from there I didn't get to go to secondary, and I went to do agriculture. So I did agriculture for 2 years. Well, a little more than 2 years, and graduated in that. So, but yeah, I was the school drummer. I love congas. I'm a drummer, so I love congas, and that was my thing. So I played as a school drummer, cricket, a little bit of cricket, football here and there, you know, and that's it. But yeah, very active. I used to love to swim. I'm a very good swimmer until I almost killed myself. But yeah.
Were you a little troublesome boy back then? Did you find yourself in trouble? Staying out, running around, playing too much on the field, not coming home? What was it like?
Well, my brother, the one before me, Kenny Durant, he used to be the one getting beat for playing football. He loved football. And he would get beat every day. I used to go play football too, but then I get beat one time and then that was it. I didn't like the beating place. You know? So I used to be home on time. He used to stay late. And no matter what, he would get beat. So I used to make sure I come home because I didn't want to beat him. My mother was very strict. What she used to do is to tell us, go and get your own wheat. If you get it too small, you go for another one. And then she collected your wheat and she'll take the whole bundle of wheat and beat you. So, you know.
So you didn't want that. So your brother, okay. Very, very interesting. So I know St. Joseph was and still is very, very vibrant. This community is just, always, vibrant. Give us some of the names of the people that you grew up with. What can you remember growing up as a boy, your boyhood days and things like that?
All right. So you had Giftos John on here. It was a big brother. I remember when you was interviewing Giftos John, I keep saying Jesus Christ superstar. He was the star in
Gifters, a
that.
former guest.
Yeah. So he was a big brother, and he and his brothers, Muspu Charles, Lu Charles,
Yes, Muspa, yes,
yeah, a lot of people, grown people. I used to deal with a lot of grown people because I always was interested in many things. One of my teachers, Peter Sincera, who resided in the UK, was one of my closest friends.
Okay.
So yeah, many names to me most mentioned, but I used to always be interested in educational stuff. So I used to ask many questions. I always had the questions, and then on a cancer, it's my month. You guys talking about the storm.
Well, yeah.
I celebrate the whole month of June.
Okay, Papa.
Right, and then
sometimes July.
Right.
Some in July as well. Because if you're Cancerian, okay, it goes up until in July.
Yeah. So the emotional thing for cancers used to bother me because we loving people, we love strong, and
hey, look, you're talking to me there, because we share the same sign.
Right. So we love very strong, and when we do things, we do it because we really want to do it. And if I tell them I'm going to do something for you and I don't, I go into withdrawal. So that used to be bad. So I used to ask questions. So there were many June-born people in St. Joseph that I knew, and I used to question them because I used to want to know and understand my emotions and my reactions to things. So yeah, a lot of old people really used to mention this stuff.
Yes, Senjo people, and of course, let me say good morning to my brethren. My brother, hey, Saki, good morning to you.
Yeah, he was one of my friends.
Yep, yes. The Brunos, Avis and all the rest, good morning.
So, before I even go further, you asked me about singing. So, do you know Kenny John Charles?
Yes, of course.
Right. So, me and my background in music, a lot of it stemmed from Kenny John Charles. He was the one that taught me how to put music together, connect everything, and to do all kind of stuff. So, yeah, I have to give him kudos to that.
And he would have taught you that at a very young age?
Very young.
Okay, so later on we'll go on to this 14. Because you're a DJ as well. So later on, Nigel, we have to get the scoop on that. So it's interesting that he said Kenny John Charles would have taught him about.
Yes.
Nice.
What about some of the known places in Senjo, like the local names they used to call the streets, like what's it called? Is it Trobando, whatever, and a couple others?
I one side as estate, but that would be in Otrobando. My grandmother was Back Street, Fencibel, and my mother had a shop selling bread Back Street. So Back Street, up the mountain, Kubawi, Hill Street. At the Somerset Sports Club, we used to play dominoes there and hang out there. So all the members of the Somerset Sports Club were like uncles and godfathers and stuff like that.
Wow.
They were all my father's friends. My father was a member of Somerset too. So yeah, I was involved in that.
Interesting. Even at a very young age, used to be playing. Wow, that's nice, Nigel. So give us a sense of the community. So you mentioned a lot of names, and your father was very much involved as well. Give us a sense of the community life. How was it for you? What did you learn from the community? What are some of the traits that you remember that would maybe have fashioned you into who you are now, as far as the community is concerned?
Growing up back in the day, everybody was a parent in Central. For most people, there were groups, but many people were good friends. So you had to keep on a street and narrow. If you've done something wrong, certain people get to punish you, beat you, pinch you, pull your ears, and your mother or your father will beat you and stuff like that.
When I hear those things, oh boy.
Yeah.
remember you.
Boy.
So I had to be good. I had to be good all the time because my mother had plenty friends. Everybody loved my mom, and my grandmother, and my father too. So I had to be good all the time. So I couldn't get in trouble, and I never used to really hang out with bad elements. Where we had a whole group of us that used to hang out together, and she knew who we were. Our parents were friends, so I never really get in trouble. And actually, I never get in trouble. Honestly, I never get in trouble.
What?
I never get in trouble, which was a good thing. I remember when I was 12 years old, one of my uncles gave me to take a pool in a spleef, right? And I was choking, I almost died. And the only thing I remember, they couldn't call my mother. When she came, my mother was killing my uncle. So
when she came, what happened? What happened?
She hold him in his neck she had him up. You remember you seen the movies where they hold people in the neck and their foot is dangling?
Yes,
That's how she had him. That's how she had him for a minute.
And you too, you did not get a beating?
No, she didn't beat me because he told her that he's the one that made me do it.
Okay, all right.
So they talked to me about it, talked to me about it, and thank God I never smoked again. Never smoked. Nothing. You know, so yeah, that was the only thing I remember. But other than that, I never used to get in trouble. I was a good boy. I was very troublesome. They say I was spoiled because they loved me, and everybody loved her child. So everybody looked out for me. Imagine I was the last of 7, and the 6 had to take care of me. And one day she went to town, and she said, "You guys responsible for him, the little thing, you know." And something fell in my eyes. My eyes got red, really, really red, right? And imagine 6 children trying to clear your eyes. You're not thinking that the more things they do to you is the more drama. And the neighbor was laughing, and then she came to them and said, "Leave it alone, or the mother gonna beat you, and that's it, just take it." Because my eye was red, and here they are using coconut water to try to see if they can clear up my eyes. She came home, and when she comes, she looked for a child. She found the child, the eyes red. She beat everybody. So that's the way I grew up.
So you were the spoiled one.
That's what was said, but I didn't.
You don't think so?
I got your ass.
I don't think I was spoiled. I just the love, the love.
The love.
I didn't take advantage. I didn't take advantage of it anyway. So it was a good thing.
No, in terms of music, were you listening to music as well? Was Kadas in particular, something that you really enjoyed? I'm just trying to tie it in with Jeff Joe coming from St. Joseph.
Yeah. Actually, Jeff Joe was my cousin. And when they used to practice up the morning in the band house, I actually get to sit and play the drums. That's where the drumming thing came from. Also, my father loved music, so he had his turntable. Imagine back in the day when they used to have the needles and it was very scarce for the record players.
But why is always Niger people as ask? No, ask me too, Niger.
I don't know.
Okay, I have one here. Do you remember when they used to have the turntables? It was very scarce, and then they were record players, and then you couldn't touch your parents' record because if you were sensitive and you scratch it,
the stylus, the needle.
Right.
Yeah.
So he used to let me play the records at a very young age, right? Like 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 years old. I used to be sensitive enough to play the records. So all the Caddis music he had, everything Caddis, he had every album. So the music thing comes from a very young age. I love music, and I get into that. I remember after when I was about 14 years old, 15 years old, 16, when Kenny introduced me to a different type of music and stuff, I used to hang out with them. Then I used to play music at home that my mother didn't like. My mother was a Pentecostal, from Sundays. So when she down on the street selling bread or in the shop, I would play my music and I would connect, and a bunch of speakers connected together. This would be very loud. And she coming up the road. I don't know she coming out, and I had the music turn up, and then I would just get my ears cool, something because like I already started to do that music in my house. But so I used to open the stereo and speed up the music and the work and stuff. So I've been very technical, very young. Yeah.
But so we can see where we can already see the foundation of it, allow you to become the DJ and show you on later on and stuff like that. Yes,
and then by 18, 19 years old, I remember at 17 when she became an Adventist, she says to me, "Oh, we're going to Adventist." That's my father. I said, "Daddy, do I have to go to church?" And he's like, "No, you don't have to go to church." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, and then I used to play La Vocabulary.
Oh, yeah?
I used to play drums with La Vocabulary. I love that. I also did that a couple of times in Boston, the Boston Carnival. I played the drums. And I even have pictures of that, me playing the drums in Boston.
Wow. So, what about the drums that you like? Is it the song or is it just like sitting there and just, bringing out the music? What really fascinates you about the drum?
The creativity, the things that you can actually do more than everybody else. Like, for example, a bassman who play the bass and he can be creative. The guitarist can play the guitar and he can do stuff. The drummer, in turn, can be extremely creative and give you all the loud way like the conga and all the extra stuff. Right? For me, the congas, when I listen to music, I listen to every instrument, I listen to everything. Right? I don't just listen to the vocal or just listen to one thing. I listen to everything. So I can be listening to music and I could tell you every instrument that's playing, I can even pinpoint it for you. Actually, I have a little background in engineering. I did it in church, I did it a few places. So I have a background in engineering as well. I was taught that, and the reason why I get in a higher level, I was at this church and I used to live in Delaware, where the church bought a 32-channel digital board. a Yamaha. They spent too much money. But anyway, $20,000 for a mixer. So they sent a technician with the controller, with the mixer, and they had to teach us. So that's where I learned more about engineering.
Okay. Interesting. Wow, so boy, Nigel, a lot. He just followed, in terms of the foundation that was set. I mean, you look at where he is now. So a lot of the things that he would have learned way back when,
Yes. He was laying it down. Sometimes not even knowing he might have been laying it down. Yes, definitely. So you mentioned as well, and we're gonna get to a poem in a minute. You mentioned that you were like in agriculture and stuff like that. So from St. Joe Primary, you went into what got you into agriculture?
So one little trouble I had again, I ran away from home for a couple of days, right? Because I ran away from home. I was in St. Joe, but my parents wasn't seeing me. Right?
But better, man.
He said he was in trouble
in a subtle way.
A little bit. So anyway, but I didn't get into no bad trouble. That's a good thing. Okay. So while I was away from home, I met this guy, and he was trying to recruit, younger people to do agriculture, right? And I was just down the street, and he was walking. He said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And I said, "Okay." And he took his time, and he explained the whole thing to me. You have a program, you have a whole course. You got to go to school for like 2.5 years, and you're going to be graduated, and you're going to get paid to go to school. You're going to give you a stipend. But at the end of it, you're gonna get a job working with tree crops, or and stuff like that. I said, okay, that sounds good. I remember my dad didn't see me for like 4 days or 5 days so far, and I just left him, and I just walked back street, and go to the shop, and she was so happy to see me.
Oh.
And she's like, "What's going on?" I said, "Well, I just met this guy, and he told me about agriculture. He told me a whole stuff. He told me some stuff because." And I signed up for it. And she's like, "What you mean?" I said, "Well, they want me to go to school and for me to learn something that I love. So, I want to do it." And she's like, "Okay, when we go home, we'll talk about it." And then I ate, and then I went home to the bathroom. My father come home in the morning. They sit down and they talk to me, and they ask me if that's what I really want to do. And I said, "Yes, I really want to do that." So she asked me what I need. And I remember the next day she gave me some money. I went and get my books. I went and get everything I needed. And 2 weeks later, I started, and I did very well at that. We used to go to Cocoa Center, where gifters grew up. We used to go there every day to school, and it was nice because the experience was great. They used the older folks, a lot of the older folks that do traditional planting and stuff, to teach us. Right? So we learn how to use nature to plant. As far as the moon is concerned, and many people don't know that when you're going to plant, that you follow the moon and you plant on 5 days moon. So if you're going to put some seeds, pay attention to the moon. When it's 5 days moon, the first quarter, that's when you sow your seeds. And if you let it stay for a month, 2 months, whatever you do, when you're going to plant it into the ground, do the same process, 5 days moon, and you definitely get better results with your plants. So we learned so much, and I graduated. There was 2 of us that took my top in the class. And I had a heartbreak on that because after I graduated, the other guy didn't want to get a driver's license and stuff. And we had one job that came with whoever was most successful in the class. And it was to become a field officer, do inspections and everything. We had to go and take moisture readings, and we knew all the spots and everywhere we needed to go. And there was one kid that he wasn't even interested. This guy missed so many days in the class, and his father was in a little position. I'm not going to call names. But I remember they did the interview for the job. It came with a Jeep. You had to get a Jeep, and it was a high-paying job. The British government was funding it. And I did the interview. I was great. Everything was good. They told me I got the job. And like about 1 in the afternoon, they called. My father was home. My father answered the phone to my father. "Sorry to tell you, but I have a bad news for Michael." And that's bad news. Well, they choose a different candidate to get the job to. And that was a dude that wasn't even coming to class.
After you were
wow. After everything was done. And that really, imagine, that hit me so bad. I remember I went to the class with my uncle. I stayed there for like 2 weeks with my uncle, Joseph Drigo. I stayed there with him and just chill out because I was heartbroken. It hit me bad, because But then they called, it was Mr. John McIntyre was one of my mentors, right? He saw potential in me. And I remember they called me and they told me, you want to talk to me, and I went, and he says, well, I know you didn't get that job, but I have something for you. You know, we have something for you that we think is fitting. So they placed me at the agricultural station in the center, Cocoa Center, and I was there. And then I get to a little bit more because there was another program that the British government was funding. So it was for 6 months in a year. So for 6 months in the year, I would work with a program, and that would pay a lot more. So it was good because then I get to know so much about so much. There are some farmers in Dominica, right, that have certain areas in the garden that do not use any chemicals at all. And the fruits and vegetables that's there, if you guys were to experience it, you would put your hand on your head and scream for joy, because they do different type of farming for their homes and for their families. So some of the things that come to the marketplace, you would get like you really experience it. I remember I developed my mangoes. I planted 6 mango trees in my mother's yard, and they used to bear twice a year. Yeah, twice a year. I developed them from scratch. I used particular varieties. There was a variety of mango, grafted mango, that I got up in Trafalgar. And that mango is so good that it melts. It really melts. There's no, you know, you have field mango, that's the teeth and stuff. That one don't have it, period. You know, so I did a combination of 3 different mangoes. A regular Drigo mango. I don't know if you know mango divin. Mango divin. It's a very, very nice mango that we have in Dominica. It's not very common, but it's in certain places. And then I used that particular grafted mango, and I graft all of them. When I planted them, the next 2 weeks later, they will be in mangoes.
Wow.
I assisted cutting trees down, but yeah, that's it. But other than that, I have a passion for agriculture that in Delaware, where we have all the brothers, I had a garden, the pictures on my Facebook page. I had a whole garden in my backyard that I used to be giving people food and vegetables and stuff every year. Because I even do watermelon in Delaware. I said, watermelon takes 120 days, and I do watermelon in Delaware in the summertime. So that should tell you. So I have a green thumb.
Okay, that's good.
That's I mean, you. For those who know Mike, you probably Michael Drigo, Mike Marshall, Tropicalis, and all the other names that he go by. You probably wouldn't know that side of him in terms of, you know, agriculture and his contribution to that. So I mean, it's great that we can make that connection today on that for you, man. Appreciate that.
That's good. So you would have started, of course, in agriculture with the basic methods that we used back then, but now with the advancements, the technological advancements in agriculture, I'm sure that serves you well as well. So you use this. So
also, I'm a carpenter by trade, by gift. It's my gift.
Man.
No, I want to tell you that. I don't mean like, you know, some people just do a little thing and they can just screw, or, you know, no, I am carpenter. That's what I used to do for Juice Edwards. Also a plumber.
Yeah.
Tell you in the boom already. Yes, it took me time.
I can. That's a jack
of agriculture is DJs.
I stopped doing electricals because I saw guys.
You take after electricals too?
Yeah.
What?
I did a course for electricals in Dominica back then. So I know, but the one thing you need to know about me is this. Many people don't know, they think that I'm just a guy playing music on Facebook. But I educate myself. Even if I didn't go to a university, I actually went to Penn Foster for a while, and I stopped. Money come, you know, so I stopped. I was doing very well at Penn Foster, and I stopped. I remember there was a glitch because they thought I was cheating. And when they did that, when the professor called, apologized, I went to the school in Philadelphia, and we talked. And then the next day, some guy called. He's a professor. He called and he said, "Hey, somebody referred you to me, and I have a job for you. I need to see you immediately." I went to his house, and within 2 hours, I had a check for $7,000. So I left that alone, and I went back to my business. So yeah, I have three businesses. One is handyman service business, but it's more than just handyman. And then two entertainment businesses. So yeah, I educate myself very much, and most people don't know that. So I have a lot on my belt. I have a lot of certifications.
That's good.
I just don't boast about it and brag about it.
That's good. And in terms of customer service, you're on point with that as well, right?
Oh yeah, that's major. Customer service is the best. My boss, my ex-boss used to pimp me out because when I went to the customers' homes, because of the accent, I never lose my accent. So I would go to their homes and they would let me repeat myself. And one day I catch a lady, I'm like, why do you keep asking me to repeat myself? And she's like, oh, the accent. I'm like, what? So whenever they had a difficult customer, like I used to install the water treatment, right? Whenever they had a difficult customer, especially the wife is behaving like she's not convinced, they will send me out, I'll get paid extra. Because one day when they sent me out, the sales guy had a hard time. And when I went out, I get there and the son was like, you can't park there. That's my mom's spot. I said, that's your mom's problem, not mine. So when she get there and she's like, you parking in my spot. I said, ma'am, I'm here to install a system for you. So you park it wherever you want. Said, okay. And then she came in and she's like, what's you here to do? And I'm like, well, I'm here to install the system. What make you think you can? Well, we'll see about that. So what I used to do is simple. And that's part of the book. Many people don't know that. Many men don't know that. You allow your woman and your wife to be that power, to be that voice. To be that person. Don't be impatient, because if she gets to express herself, she's a happy woman. At the end of the day, they'll be a happy man.
Voila.
So I allow her to see what she wants, how she wants to express herself. And then I agree with her and do what she wants to do. But I saw the system. I get paid $200 extra, but hey,
yeah.
I saw the system.
Ça parle patois aussi?
Oui, je parle patois.
Okay.
Là, moi, ça parle ça.
Hey, papa.
Okay, there you go. You see trouble you put yourself in now. All right. So, Mr. Love Alone, Mr. Yes, Mike Drigo. I see that. Oh, by the way, this is his book, eh? So
yeah, that's his book.
Yes, I want to show them the book. You have the book there?
Look the book.
All right, show them, and you have right. So this is his book. All right, this is his book, collection of poems there. A poem in a minute.
In fact,
by the way, let me say good morning to Gerald Latouche. Gerald, try to get a copy.
Gerald, you see that Gerald Latouche? Boy, have you been following Gerald Latouche? And he's always
too much. He posting too much mangoes.
Yeah, man, mangoes and sour. Who does that?
Because I'm not.
I can't take it again.
That kind of thing, so.
I mean, I'm writing the yes, but he has too much.
Where he getting that from, right? All that cane and mangoes and all that kind of stuff. Yes.
But that's good. That's nice.
So a poem in a minute, because of course, we want to go.
Nigel, before you go into a poem, in a minute, let's just check some of our people who would have joined again or given some comments.
Yes. Let's see if we can do that. You want to see them? Let's see. Glenda Shillingford, of course. She said, "What is that? Gatti?" Okay.
Gatti, what I tell you that. Alex Frampton is saying, good job, my brother. Love Alone. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Alvin, of course, wants to know if you know T-Pam from St. Joe.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Okay. Augusta Liverpool says, Love Alone. Jude Charles, Mike Drigo, do your thing. Love Alone. Who else? Agnes Isles, good morning to you. Alex Frampton, good morning. Love Alone. Hey, Jacinta, good morning to you as well. Who else we missing?
Glenda Shillingford, of course, we see she's here. Petra Julian, Tropicalist family, how you guys doing? Alvin, of course, is here. Does he know? Yes, you said that already, Nigel. Jackson Dipro, Ellie is watching. Martin Edwards, of course, she's on. There's a lot. Alvin Thomas saying, and he went to but he went to SAB. Too.
No, I didn't get this.
No. I'm glad because
You're glad.
Yes.
Don't say that. And then, of course, Claudette Xavier says that she loved reading the book and it gave us a lot of clues.
Yeah, my goodness.
So she says, "Thank you very much for that." Of course, Joe Cam is here.
Ken George is also here.
Right. And Call it St. Rose is watching and listening.
Angelo Allen.
Alison Favre, good morning to you. Leoma Joseph, good morning to you as well.
Bella
Helen
Vortex.
Henderson, listening from St. Thomas. Shows Jules, of course, always
Leelander.
on. She's here. Leelander, hey Lee, good morning to you, my dear. Jen is there as well, saying good morning, everyone. So the book is going nicely.
St. Val, Helen Henderson, yes, a lot, yes. Nigel, I want to get to
you want to get to the book?
If I want to get to the book, because there's some things in that book there.
Because it have one poem in there you want to find out about.
Why that's only one poem? No, boy, Mr. Street. Mr. Street.
That's the poem you want to find out about. Okay. All the juices, yes, we'll find out about that one. Yeah. So, Mike, gonna tell us a little bit about the book, a poem in a minute.
But what inspired you though to become a writer?
Okay, so I've always liked. When I used to be back home growing up, same era of being a young boy, I would write certain things. So all I used to do is I used to always be that kind of passionate guy. I don't want to say too much about myself.
But you have to.
I keep me private.
You have to tell your story at times. I mean, you won't say everything, but
that's a private conversation.
That one is rated, man.
I used to because of my passion for music. When I play music, I know you guys listen to me a little bit. So I listen to music and I listen to the words what the artist is saying.
Always poetic, most of them, yes.
Right. So there's always a message, and every song got a message, right? So you can take pieces of that and you can do whatever you want with it. So I used to write things, and then I used to buy postcards with my friends, but I used to write little notes in there, extra stuff in it. That's back in the day when I did that. And then I remember when I used to live in Jersey, I started writing, but I had it on my very first computer. And then the drive would get messed up, so I lost a whole bunch of stuff.
I know that feeling.
A whole bunch of stuff. And then in 2014, no, before that, 12, I started writing again. To my ex-wife, I have a book of poems. And if you hear them, you'll be like, that's Charles Plate compared to what she has. But I started writing. And I decided that I wanted to write for Lena, saying like the ordinary person, ordinary person, where they can use any of my poems for themselves. Right? My name, like I said, I always say, my name is in the front of the book, but the poem is yours. So if you buy the book, it's your book, it's your words now, it's not mine. I just happen to put them together, all right? So I started writing and decided, well, I want to make sure that everybody can read it. And, even if somebody don't, that's fine, but everybody can read it too. And I have one friend, which is there right now. She's shy, I don't want to tell her name, but she has everything I've written. She has a copy of it, right? And she's not from Dominica.
Okay.
I did that, and it happened perfect because if for one day somebody said, "Oh, you read a poem and it seems like it's mine," and I was like, "That's kind of weird." So what she does when I send anything I write to her, she notes it. She puts a date and time I send it to her. And nice. She have a strange area of cool anyway. So to be kind of mysterious how she would get a poem that you wrote, and at that time of the day or night or whatever. So that's when I started doing that. And I started writing and she would encourage it, and every time I write a poem, I'll send it and we give back and forth for the So nice. It's all inspiration. I could be doing anything. I wrote a poem for her. I remember I was in the airport going to St. Martin, and while sitting there, I wrote a poem for her and I sent it to her, and she was like, "What the heck, dude? What are you trying to do?" And I'm like, "Well, how do you feel?" She's like, "You know what?" Anyway, but I did that, and then I have a lot more than what's in this book.
Nice.
A lot more.
But by the way, Avis Bruno is also listening.
Oh, yeah.
St. Joe. Nigel, what comes to mind when you hear the name Avis Bruno? What comes to mind?
Mama,
Sakia Buja, Mama say, yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Avis are best friends. Yeah. We still are best friends. We've been growing up together. Parents know each other. Me and Avis have history as far as our friendship is concerned. Yeah, Avis like my big sister.
Right. Wow,
yes, that's my people's there. Saki and the rest. Right. So this a poem in a minute. How did this title come about?
Right. So came about like this. My thing was with the intention of women and making it for the ordinary fit. There's an opportunity, and the one thing I would encourage somebody to tell their partner to shut up and listen is you can't read the poem in a minute, but you ask your partner for a minute technically. Like, give me a chance when they express something to you. Something that I don't do on a regular, something that maybe I've never done. But for once, I would like for you to listen to me say a whole list of things to you. Is my personal expression of telling you who you are, what you are, and the way I think about you. Many times people go to work early on the regular day and they imagine, they fantasize things that they want to express to the partner, but they never get a chance to because of the kids, the drive home, frustration in traffic, so many different things. Everybody's calling, everybody's messaging, and different things distract you. So the reason for appointment is an opportunity to tell the partner, hey, I really want to express myself, my love, and my admiration of you to you. But for once, just allow me to do it. And part of the reason why most times when partners normally tell their partner beautiful words or beautiful things, they don't get too far. So like if you say, let's have a candlelight dinner tonight, or a movie night, you start telling your partner how much you love them and how the expression of love, then that's into maybe a touch, a kiss or something, and you never get it up. But the reason for this is because my thing is you do the entire thing. Choose a poem in there that suits you, that expresses who you are, that says who you are. And then you express it to your partner. So the one I like is a nice one, anybody can use anytime. But you can choose anyone, and when you do it, you get to tell your partner how you feel and who you are. Because many times we ignore that and we don't do it. And remember when we used to go for the little moonlight walks, we used to go for the river.
And we still have the mints with the wrap, the little sweets with the wrap and I love you written on it and little, things like that.
Right. We used to do that. And then after everything become normal, after I have you and your
the novelty fades off, then we change.
Right. I don't have to do that anymore. But how about now if you actually get an opportunity to tell your number one how you really feel, how you truly feel, how you really see them, how you vision them. That's the idea for this. For in a minute. That I can tell you who I am, who you are, in a minute.
In a minute. All right. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. You mind if I read one of your books?
Sure. I would love for you to read one.
But then you're going to read too,
Yes, so that's fine.
So I going through the book, I was like, man, it's love alone.
It hits you from the first poem,
There's this one on page 5. It's called Why I Stare. Yes. You have that one, right? Page 5. By the way, get the book, yeah? So it says,
get the book.
Yes, it says here, your smile lifts me. Your eyes motivate me. Your curves elevate my reactions with an attitude that's breathtaking. When you walk, your body flows with such rhythm, it moves me. Your presence is harmonically amazing. Your skin, your touch, the grace in your embrace are blessings in a space of solace. Every moment with you is greater than the last. Every touch feels like a century of bliss. It's hard being away from you. One day feels like I am trapped with limited air. I admire you. I honor you. I love you. I stare at you. Tell me about this.
So imagine, right, if you genuinely
I'm not going to read hers after, but tell me about this.
If you think of this, like all this, like sometimes you say, baby, you're beautiful, you're amazing. All you see are wearing something, or him, and you say something nice, you say something beautiful. But that's it, right? And sometimes it goes to something else, it leads to something else, and you don't really get all of it out. But imagine if you were to take your time with this and genuinely tell that to your partner that knows you, what the reaction is going to be.
Nice.
Follow. So that's the mentality there. Somebody say, oh, well, different feelings about different things. I think everybody's not for poems. Everybody don't love poems. But if it's for you, it's for you. Yes, now, imagine saying that to your partner in a genuine tone, and your partner knowing you for real. What the reaction is going to be. It's not just going to be simple thank you. It's going to be something where it can change the whole narrative. It can change who you are. It can change the perspective. Expressing to your partner what you really think, how you really see them, and what you think about them continuously. That's what matters.
Nice.
Nigel, I'm smiling a lot. I'm even laughing because I'm glad that Shilling Forty said, "Hey, babe, if you're not in love, you must fall in love with." Yes,
so I know somebody was asking earlier as well, like how they can get the book.
Okay. So all right. So we have I've done something amazing because in the UK, like for example, Joe Karen, I think is in the UK. Lives in the UK.
Yes.
So I have a cousin in the UK, Ken Pascal, who have copies of my book in the UK, so that you don't have to buy it on Amazon. I don't have to ship it to you, and he would mail it to you just like that in a moment's notice. So I have books in the UK. I have books in Dominica. Ken Pascal in the UK. RJ, Avonia's friend. I have books in Dominica. In Antigua, this coming week, it will be available in Antigua. It's actually there. She just have to pick it up. I spoke to her yesterday. She said she just have to pick it up. All right, and time is going to be so they'll be available in Antigua next week. Right. In St. Martin, I have a friend also that have copies. There's a couple ladies in Sabre actually buy books from St. Martin, and I'm so blessed and loving Sabre because my book is in the library, National Library in Sabre. Wow. There's a copy of my book in the National Library. All right. So yeah, in St. Croix also I have books there, and in St. Lucia, which the St. Lucians are amazingly actually blessed. All right. So in St. Lucia, Dominica, in the UK, St. Croix, St. Martin, I have books there. So if somebody wanted to get a copy of the book,
and for those who want to get it, like, is it also on Amazon? Is it on?
Yes, it's on Amazon. And the reason why I advertise Amazon, right? And the reason why I don't do so much of that is because my job. You see, if you create something, or you said you're gonna publish a book sometime, and you do it, KDP is great and it's fine for you to put it there because it's got to be somewhere, where it's ready to reach. But if it's possible for you to get your own books, which you can buy them at a lower rate when you buy them and sell them yourself. People don't understand.
So what are your thoughts though on self-publishing versus traditional publishing?
Well, I learn a lot in the process. And I have a contact for you when you're ready for your book because it's Sam Hill and Anthony Drigo, man. Okay? So they have a business and they can do the publishing for you through KDP. If you do it through a publisher, a self-publishing, it's a lot, but you got to learn the whole process, right, to do it. With KDP, we charge you a very minimum rate to print your book and send it out. Only thing is Amazon's platform. So with Amazon's platform, Amazon get a bulk of your money for the book. So if you sell your book for $20, you have to bear in mind you might get $7-something for a book every time it's sold. So if people supporting you and they love you, Ivonia, and they want to support you, they better off buying the book directly from you, allow you print it and get it to sell it together. Because that way you get paid for your work. Otherwise, you pay Amazon to print the book, and then they take a percentage for using the platform. All right?
Okay.
Right. But you can get your book. Like, for example, I've ordered, I don't really want to put it out there, but I've ordered more than 300 books. All right? So the book is doing very well, and I'm humble. I'm very, very humble. I'll talk to you about that in a second. So I ordered the books at a minimum rate to print it. Gets there, and I sell it to you. Most people, they send the shipping, but the reason why the book is that price is because of the shipping. It costs like $6-7 to ship the book, right? So I send an autographed copy of the book for you, but you supporting me, I get all the revenue. When you do it through Amazon takes more than half, more than 50%. And that is after the printing. So they charge me to print, then they take half of what's left. More than half of what's left. So really, that's why I learned that many publishers do not make much money for the books because of the process. So if, let's say, all depends on who you use to publish, they take a large percentage of your work. Right? So like, for example, right now, I have a bunch of copies of the book I can send anywhere, anytime. But the price I pay to print it makes a difference. So that's why, like I said, and I'm not going to keep the information to myself.
Nice.
I will share the information. I'll tell people where to order the book from, where to get the books at a really good price and all that stuff. And you get your books. And when you get your books, then people have to understand it. If you buy the book from the author, you're supporting the author. If you buy the book from our source, you're giving somebody else free money for the author's work. So if you love your author, you love your person, you love the family member, and they're doing something, try to get it from them. That way you're supporting the exact person that you want to support next somebody.
Okay, all right. How do you balance writing with other aspects of your life? Because you're busy, you're a jack of all trades. I mean, come on. So how do you balance
inspiration? Like I've been at work, and if an idea comes up, an idea or something comes to mind, I write down. Like I jot something down on my phone, and then I write. So like sometimes I would write 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I would wake up and write, 12 o'clock. If I wake up, an idea comes to mind and everything comes, I just write it down and then I go to it. But that's not I've done. Everyone, I have about 4 poems or 5 poems I've written for people. I wrote 2 poems for this child, a friend of mine, her daughter. She's a grown woman now. When she first year in college, she said, "I need something to help me because I'm afraid." Right? And it's the same friend of mine that I bought everything I did. And I wrote a poem for her to help her to enter college. And she went and she got a frame. She printed it out, put some stuff around it, printed it out, put it in her wall. That was a motivation for first year of college. And then after the first year, she said, "I need something else." And I wrote another poem for her. And she got both of them to this day, framed and hanging in her wall. And so, nice. But, yeah. So as far as this writing something for somebody direct, I have, but not too much.
All right, interesting.
Yes, Ivona loves writing too. She has a lot of work, and for some reason she
I've
just
been
doesn't want to
procrastinating
publish
too much, but
she's been procrastinating. I don't know, so I'm trying to get on her every time. Go ahead and get it done.
But but I'm doing a lot. I'm working as well with Steinberg, Dr. Steinberg Henry.
Beautiful.
Irvin Andrew would have seen some of the work already as well.
I love this guy. This guy was a good friend, very good friend.
Yes. She's going to read one of your poems for us.
What page again? Page 53, I think,
I don't know which one she's going to read, but she's going to read one.
Whoosh. Don't worry, that one I was screaming for juice there. Yes.
You're screaming for juice.
Well, let me open my eyes right there. Okay,
so she's going to read Screaming for Juice.
So it says, Nigel boy, listen to that. Screaming
That's
for
the
juice.
one you want to read? Okay.
Screaming for juice, my thrust, my push, my juice, releasing all of me deep in your groove, your mist, your heat, your ever-flowing sweet roost, grabs me, repents me, overwhelms me, releases my greatest emotions to my heart's limits. You thrill me, arouse me, captivate me at a pace yet to be unveiled. I explode, I am whole, my drive, impossible, I am resuscitated. Your honey makes my milk spill. So sweet, my teeth start to squeak. Drown me, embrace every part of me. In you, I want to remain, baby. No boy! Nigel, you have to be strong to read that book, boy. What? Let me tell you, from poem 1, till the end. That is, he's seen you there, Nigel.
Get that fan.
Yeah, boy. What shit? No, that put a heat. When I read it, I said, but just don't. Hold it there. Come along. Love alone, tell us. Tell us, boy.
See right there? Right. That's the whole reaction. That's what it's supposed to do to you. It's supposed to put you in a place where you'll be like, let me close my door. Okay, nobody's in the house with me. Nobody's there. And nothing exists. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I am where I need to be. I just want to stay there.
Nigel, you read the entire book, right?
Yes.
He mentioned earlier about Cancerians being very emotional, so I'm a Cancerian as well, and I know that. So sometimes words have a big impact. Words touch me a lot, and I'm like thinking, but what was this guy going through at the time
when he was writing that?
What? Nigel, there's a call on the line. Let me see if someone wants to just say something on the program. You are on Connecting the Dots. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
I wanna behave yourself.
Yes. I behave. That's it, huh? What?
That's all I said. All right. Glenda Shillingford says, after that juice, I gotta get
what? Don't mind. There are others, you know. So you really have to get a copy of this book because
let
it
me go
speaks
get
to
my
you.
book. Tell Joker wants to know about his Joker. I love that poem. I want juice. Therefore, Joker. Yes, and there are many more. There are many more in there.
A lot, yes, a lot. I mean, I really like it because I mean, especially if you're having a bad day or if you're just not feeling well about yourself, you want like a
There's another one that I like.
something to boost you.
It's called Stolen Swiftly.
Yes, that is nice. In fact, all the poems, I just love
the pride of confused considerations, inadequate concerns, selfish inaccuracies, unidentified concepts, the vivid accomplishments, imaginative conclusions, ignoring reactions. I cry for the things I long for, even if my life was trashed just because I humbled for. Why has life deprived me of the normal I've always longed for? The misconception feels imaginative, but my life was ravaged long before I was able to stand my feet on the floor. My cries, my pains must be laughter in the spirits of the one that felt this before me. Why me? Why me? The lines that have no recalls. So sad. Sad has no new meanings in the reality I have. I live in a space full of dreams, wondering if I am even real because I am left to leave with a very bad deal. Can I express I am for real in this space where my choice doesn't exist because I pretend to myself it's no big deal? I lose all my sleep, my soul feels so deep, the weight that I carry for no man this should exist. The one that I love feels like a cheap secret. I truly love, but what are my choices? I hurt. They'd hurt more. My cries, the disaster I can't ignore. Reality eludes me. Swift have I left my choices. I really have had none.
I love
this was kind of the reason I went through this one, Mike. This was a kind of a sad-ish one.
Yeah,
and a mixture of
I like it. It's like a self-building poem. It forces you to look within and realizes the challenges that you go through, but how do you rise up from this? I like this one as well. I really
this one is a bit personal, right? Very personal too. Not too many poems I wrote about myself, but the ones that I wrote about myself, I try to keep in a secret. But because we're here right now, I'm gonna say, this one is a bit personal, right? You go through life and you look and you imagine things that you want. You imagine the ways you want to be and the ways you want to live, and you choose to love. You choose to trust. You choose to put 100% in, right? But then many times we go through life and we sit and we're like, why is this way? Why is this happening that way? That's not what I bargained for. That's not what I wanted. That wasn't my first choice. That's not, but we can't talk about it. We can express it to the person that we're experiencing it with. In this, many people have read it and they've seen themselves. And they'll be like, dang, like, I had a friend of mine, once she read that poem, she was like, how did you know my story? How did you know my life? I'm like, no, I don't. I wrote with inspiration. But you can see yourself and you can correct yourself and you can change who you are. Because the things that we experience and go through, we don't have to. And everything changes. But how? But if you think that you're the only person experiencing a bad patch in life, then you feel like there's no way out and there is no way to change it.
I love this.
Yes,
I really like
this one.
Yeah, I like it because Nigel,
somebody said that's the GoPro one.
Yes, right.
Well, it's not really a GoPro. It's not really a GoPro. It's really a sense of acknowledgement of your situation as to seeing who you are, seeing where you are, and not being able to express
go
it.
Deep,
but it's real. It's reality. It's real. It's what you live and experience it. But who do you tell it to?
But that speaks as well about the creativity of writers. Nigel, I mean, I have a lot of poems as well. I have a lot of poems.
I know.
There's one in particular called The Stallion. And Nigel, if you know what the stallion means in that poem. So I liken the stallion to something, and it's kind of it's borders on what he has as well
it borders on the juice. Okay.
All right.
Boy.
Let me get one.
Yes, you get one. Yes.
This one is my high.
Which one? What number? High. What page?
42.
Okay.
My high.
Yeah.
Now, if you read this to your partner, and all depends how your partner knows you, they will know that you are there. Like I only use that to you are the person of target. All right. My dose of satisfaction. you are my natural high. Nothing matters injecting you into my entire body. Intoxicated with a drive to achieve excellence. Withdrawal would suck the life out of me. 2 hours without you makes my nerves get weak. My palms get sweaty. I remain in a space of control and sure that my next dose will be the continuation of my high of satisfaction. I am always in need of my high, a perfect high. My life, you are my high.
Nigel, I just love this. I really love. You know what it reminds me of again? When I was a little girl, adolescent, years, growing up, defining moment for you, little guys who spend sweet things in your ear, and things like that. So that's why I really love that book. That book takes me back to a time.
Take you back to that time.
Yeah, man, when I was reading the Mills and Boons and all of that.
I mean, just like you, I think what I love about it is like there's a sense of innocence when love was love and love was pure and we could, relate to each other and talk to each other and see how we feel. Without all the distractions that have now come over,
But some guys are stretch it too, with the words. Whoosh, heaven.
But
let me leave that alone. Eh?
However, just think about it. When we experience that growing up as children, and some people really used to go overboard with what they do, but when you really think of it at this stage, right now, like for example, you're 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years in a relationship, and this kind of existed, but it's not there anymore. If you were to introduce this back into your relationship at this stage, when people feel like, well, I don't have a choice, I don't want to start over, that's it for me, you it for me. So why not experience this at that stage and love again?
Love again, yes.
Elevate.
Yes, go back to Bamboo House.
Yeah, make your relationship what it's supposed to be, not just to be together paying the bills.
Yeah, I like
that. If we actually love each other beyond,
Because sometimes some people, because we are so busy, I mean, things have just changed a lot these days, and we are so busy
that's
doing everything, taking care of everybody, taking care of everything.
You get caught up in so many things that you don't get the space and time to just say, hey, I love you and spend some time.
And then you go home and you have this book and you relax and you say, okay, it's my time now to read that book. And then you read that book and you get empowered. You get, the desire.
Yes. You feel the vibes again,
Man.
That's the intention for that. But I love the fact that it actually come through because I was scared. And a bunch of my friends who was even in the chat, some of them, I got to give kudos to Sam Hill because Sam Hill was on my case. Like the first poem, Agape, when some read Agape, he was like, yo, nah, I can't take this no more. You have to do this right now. And I'm like, bro, but I want to, And he said, no, you have to. I need you to do this because it's about time to do it, And I was worried about many things. Like there have been times when I've received feedback from people. Like one person said the book is too small for the price. One person, like there's one friend of mine that bought my book, right? We grew up together and she bought the book. And she read the whole book. She told me and she said, hey, I'm supporting you because I want to support you. And I believe in you and I listen to you all the time and all this stuff, right? She read the whole book and then she said, I said, how did you feel about the book? And then she said, I gave it to my daughter. Now, I didn't think anything more than just that, right? Because there's been negative comments, there's been negative feedbacks, and I don't make it faze me. But she said, my daughter can use this book more than I can. And she said, I can relate to many things, and I take plenty from it, but I need to give it to my daughter because my daughter needs this more than me.
Yeah, I like that.
And that was a blessing because, like, it's not for everything, it's not for everybody. Not everybody that loves poems. Not everybody that's emotional. Not everybody that's in love. So, but I will say this, don't make anybody tell you anything negative until you read it for yourself.
I'm looking at the live as well. Nigel, Alicia Griffith is saying, whoosh, Ivona, you on point. I'm sure she's... But I'm sure you had your days as well, Alicia, right? Because I remember when this boy tell us little things in our ears, or gives a little paper there, sweetie rapper.
Give you a little sweetie paper.
Yes. Boy, girl, you just come on heaven wasn't missing an angel and things like that. So when you read that book, it just takes you back to that time when you were growing up.
Days.
And,
Yes, little puppy love.
Yeah, man.
Yes. But so, Love Alone, how did that name come about, Love Alone?
So, there's a friend of mine, a big sister of mine, grew up next to Drigo, and our parents is very close. And we always be friends. So she used the phrase love alone. Everything she writes, something she started using love alone. So one day I didn't doing the show, my live show, and I said it a couple of times, and the fans were like, "Hey, that sounds good. You need to keep using that." So I called up and I said, "Hey, sis, can I use that phrase?" And she said, "Of course you can." I just come across it and started saying it. So I started using it, and boom, it stick, and everybody loves it. So what I did is I actually have a business, Love Alone LLC.
Love Alone what?
Love Alone LLC.
Okay.
Okay.
I see you have your cap. I see your cap is rocking Love Alone as well.
There you go. So I have gears. I have an online store.
Nice.
I have an online store that I sell everything in Love Alone.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. Have you ever been hit with a writer's block or a creative slump? And if yes, how do you maneuver yourself? How do you deal with this?
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
No. When we all the poems I wrote, that was something I was afraid of, because I was like, man, what if somebody have a poem exactly like that, or something registered somewhere. And when I sent the list of poems to Sam and he put it through the system, we didn't get one feedback, nothing. Everything was original. So I was worried about that, how I was going to handle that. What if somebody just pop up and say, "Hey, this is my poem. I wrote this before," or something, but then I'm over that.
Do you ever find yourself, Mike, like you're writing a poem and then you just can't continue? You just get stuck, and then you have to come back maybe 2 weeks later?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I was asking. A writer's block or creative slump?
Yeah, I have a few poems that I've gone back and finished, and there's a few that I can't. I've tried and I can't, and they just where I get halfway or few project, and I just can't finish it.
Okay. But what genres or topics do you enjoy writing about the most, and why? Although when I look at the book, I know the answer.
Well, when you look at the book,
when I look at this book, I know the answer. But I have to ask you.
I have an idea in my head to write a book, book. It's about life, it's about reality, it's about people's reaction and responses to everyday living. The only person I've talked to 2 people about it, Sam and my friend, and that's it. I don't want to put the idea out, because if I do, I think some people are going to capitalize on it. But I really want to do that because I have a love for people, and I can't see people suffer. I can't see people suffer, I can't see people hurt. It breaks me. So yeah, I want to write about it. But so like I said, some of the poems is not all love. Some of it, a lot of it's reality, but I didn't put it in that book. So I just put 2 extra of them in this book. The one Nigel read, and then 2 more. But I write reality a lot because I think we miss that. The simple things in life, the things that can bring us through, the things that can elevate us and motivate us, we miss that. All right. So every year for the month of June, I write, from 2018, I write 30 plus quotes, right? And I post them on my Facebook page, and I've been writing now. And this year I'm doing something different. So I got a little surprise. This one doesn't really matter who buys it or don't buy it. I could even give it away. But I have a little surprise for this year.
Nice.
So
I like that.
I've been doing it from 2018 to 2023, and I'm going to publish it.
Okay, I like this. Nice. Because myself, I tell you, I'm writing a lot, and I'm in the process of, as I said, doing my book very, very soon.
Yes, we're looking forward to that.
But what happens at times, because what I'm doing is I'm chronicling my life, way back when I can remember as a little girl, when I used to get kokma, when I was in the yard growing up, and what was happening in the yard, the vibrancy in the yard. Yeah, man, and things like that, and the neighbor would tell my grandmother. So all that is in the book, to dress me in black and put a Bible under so we had the Red Testaments under my pillow. So all that is in the book. But there are times now, when I get to certain parts, I cry a lot. So, I just have to leave it alone. I just cry because, things that would have happened back in the day. So I just want to get your feelers of that as well. In terms of your emotions, does it come into play? Or do it come into play when you write? Sometimes something just hits you and you just...
Yes, it does. I have a couple of them, a few of them I wrote and I cried for the rest of the night. When I look at me and the way things are, the way I've been treated, family, friends, and the person that I am, and the things that I said, I've cried. There were times I actually stopped writing because about the last year sometime, I wrote a poem and it broke me down. And I just said, I'm not going to write for that. It has really hit me when in the reality of everything that I'm experiencing in life and how I treat people, how I deal with people. And when I was writing the poem, I was like, wait, damn. It just boom, like a whole brick wall just dropped on me, and I was like, man.
Yeah.
But I got gonna inbox you and I'm gonna tell you where and how and the price to publish a book. You're gonna be surprised. How easy it is for you to publish that book.
Yes.
So
I have liaised with some people. Well, the more information I can get, the better. The name of the name is The Catch. The Catch. It's simple. It starts nice. I like it. So I really like it how it starts. And
we're looking forward to that one. We shall connect you for when that happens. So Mike, I want to read one more, and this is my last one here from the book. It's on page 21.
Page 21.
And I think it's nice because you kind of pay homage to women,
nice.
and how what they've done for you and so on and so on. So it's entitled "Woman." You are a treasure, one I will always desire. You deserve respect for all you do and things we put you through. Your worth is beyond measure. I can go to the moon and back; it would still be impossible to replace you. I thank God for you. Your elegance, your strength through all my weaknesses, your beauty. Only God knows the degree of my admiration of you. You make our house a home. Your presence makes a difference wherever you are. Your presence is wealth beyond measure. The creation of our children is a gift I'll forever cherish. With a humble heart, I say thank you, Father, for creating you, because without you, life would be meaningless. How can I breathe without you? Your love, your touch, your passion, your comfort, your peace, your entire life you share with me from the day you gave your heart to me. My love, my daughters, my sisters, my aunts, my cousins, my friends, you are all women of grace, love, virtue, and women of God's great creation. Thanks for your many contributions and sharing not just your heart, but your life with me, a simple man. I pray God continue to bless, guide, and protect you, woman.
I love this, and thanks for this. As a woman, let me just thank you on behalf of all women, because this is one that empowers women as well. It gives you a sense that yes, somebody's looking at what you're doing, and someone is on the phone as well. And let's just get this caller quickly. We have to end. Hi, good morning. Connecting the dots. Hello. Okay, I guess that person is not there again.
Yes, they don't want to connect.
That is a wonderful one, especially.
Yes, and I certainly hope that we can use that to continue to uplift women and to thank them, for being in our lives.
Let's go back to the telephone quickly.
What they do to us.
This person probably wants to help us. No, that person has to try again. Quickly, we have to end. Nigel, that thing is still in my mind, I explode, I am whole, my driving possible,
yes.
I am resuscitated.
You resuscitated.
I would come that way.
You thrust and the push and the pull and yes.
Let's just go to the telephone. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Steinberg Henry, Dr. Steinberg Henry, good morning.
Oh, Stein.
No, this is not Steinberg.
Oh, no, that's not Steinberg. That person sounds like Stein though. Wow, okay, go ahead.
Well, I just want to really congratulate this gentleman. I think he's definitely broken the mold of especially Dominican males. This man, through his poems, has shown what love is, how vulnerable men can be, and especially Dominican men, because we were taught to just always put this facade that we were strong men, and if you were in love, you were a weak person.
I like that point.
And this brother, bro, you've just broken the mold. We've seen writers from Dominica, of various kind, but this guy has I think he's found a niche here where he's talking about love and the way that he expresses, the words that he uses to express his love. I think you guys read one of the points before, and I could personally identify with him when he talked about that was his introspection as to his life.
Yeah.
And I think he's hit the nail on the head. I think this is not about Dominican women. It's more about Dominican men. And if Dominican men could be vulnerable, more vulnerable like this guy is, and allow ourselves to love our women the way that this guy is talking about, it's in all of us. And we do not have to display this kind of machismo, this macho-ness, but be vulnerable in love, because love is universal. Love takes away and hides, it frees you from frustration, it frees you from pain, it makes you enjoy life. And my brother, kudos to you. I thank you for, I didn't expect that.
Wow.
And my brother, truly, I did not expect that, and I really want to commend you on being so brave and representing Dominican men in a good way. Thank you, brother. Be blessed.
Thank you as well. I like this contribution, Nigel. And this is so on point.
So I have a question before we go.
Yes. We have
for
to
both of
end.
you, right? What do you think? Remember, in the book, if you read is a tribute to my mom. So not
Yes.
just about
Oh, yes.
ordinary men.
I mean, there are so many
what
other
I did
poems.
is I wrote on every aspect of women, every capacity, every role, every things of a woman. So many people do not acknowledge the fact that continuously, daily, we need to appreciate and show how humble we are to even have a woman. So it can be a mother, your auntie, your whichever woman.
Nice.
Always remember where to put them in how the elevation that you need to give them.
Great.
That's the reason for that.
Yeah.
point.
So Nigel, yes.
Wonderful.
I mean, the time has come. The time has come. Go on. We have to
Yes.
go. But when I got this book, I was so excited. I placed it on my Facebook page with me, like reading it and asking people to, just contribute and really buy it. It is really a must-have. And there's something about me and a book, having been able to turn the pages. I just love this. I mean, yes,
and
I
get to
buy
page
books online
53.
as well, but I just love the feel, of the pages that you can turn. I don't give it dog ears, like we used to do back in the day, but I just like it. Alvin Thomas is saying, by the way, June is designated as Caribbean Heritage Month in the U.S. There is an official opening of the month in Atlanta today. Hey, interesting. That's good.
Yes. That is true. Yes. For Caribbean Heritage Month. So, again, a celebration of our Caribbean, our Caribbean uniqueness.
Yes, that's it. Lydia Langley is saying, as a woman, I love this. Kendra King, great talent. Glenda, Mike Drigo, thanks for the poem, Women. Antoine George is watching. Marja says, Jean, well done. That's Lady Star, I think. Glenda Shillingford said, well said, caller. I mean, there are so many things that, we can just go back to. But I really enjoyed this program.
Yes. And of course, try and get the copy of the book.
Yes,
they have them in
it's also my vehicle. I always have a copy with me, and if I am having so even when I'm in traffic and it's it's traffic is tight, I just like open the book and I
just read page 53 before you go home.
Yes. Mind me, Nigel.
Somebody said they put the Bible down and that they
Hey, Papa, excuse me. There you go. Yeah.
Hey, but Mike, we appreciate it. We appreciate you joining us, sharing with us your journey, and connecting with us, and inspiring us and inspiring men to continue talking about love and telling each other how you love and stuff like that. So thanks for connecting, man. We much appreciate it. All right.
Yep, I appreciate being here with you guys, and thank you so much. And anybody that wants to get the book, they can inbox me. And if you inbox me, you get an autographed copy. Okay. I autograph all the books I have. Every last copy is up there.
Nice.
All right, what's the number? What's your number? What's the contact if you want to share?
346-391-6553. All right.
And you also on Facebook with the name.
Yes, Mike Drigo.
Yeah.
And when you look for Mike Drigo, you will see this as my profile picture.
But we not even get to the DJ phase and how he goes about and chant. Boy, Nigel, there's still a lot of
Ivan, you come on the show, you listen, you hear me.
Oh my goodness! Yes, I've been looking. Now and then I just go and check out the vibes, and he has lyrics, so you should know what to expect.
I did something with Nigel for Tampa Carnival.
For the Tampa, yes.
But Nigel, not only that, the man gets off his chair and he dances, especially when it's a Darcy Cooley, like a little zouk. And I love this. It's just natural.
That's beautiful. I love doing it. I love entertaining people. I just love sharing.
Okay, repeat the number quickly as joke.
346-391-6552. I'll put it in the chat.
All right.
Yes,
But
do
Joe,
that.
but Joe come have my number.
Yeah. Okay. He wants
Well,
to
for others who don't,
people,
so
for
just,
other people,
just put it quickly in the
yes.
chat so they can have that.
Yeah.
And
But we
again,
have to-
thanks for the connection. Wish you all the best, and let's keep the connection, all right, bro?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's keep
I
the connection,
appreciate you
okay?
guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes. Okay, you take care. Nigel, we'll do it again next week, God willing. We have a
We'll do it
long
again
list
next
of
week?
people, boy. Sometimes
Yes,
you have to bump off people and put in people, and it's crazy. But I'm happy that we had you on today. All the best. And Nigel, remember, we have to talk to the guy, the producer. The same guy.
Yes.
We give it attention.
The same guy, yes.
We have some
yes,
things to
yes.
discuss.
The one that was late there.
Yes, all right.
Okay.
All the best.
All right.
So all
Take care,
our
my dear.
listeners, all our viewers on Facebook and on YouTube as well. We'll do it again next week, God willing. Take care.